Hello, hope you're all doing well wherever you are. This video is going to be looking at how to become the best player you can, not just for yourself, but for your teammates. And no matter what you choose to do, it could be CS related or not CS related. These are just things I've learned from playing at the top level in Australia for years. And yeah, I hope it's helpful and you guys can take something out of it. The piano in the background isn't supposed to be sad, it's just I really like piano, so hope you can enjoy it too. Uh, So the first part is being a pillar for your team, and I feel like it's something I've said in other videos, and it's something I'll just continue to say and keep preaching because I think it's just so important and like undervalued, especially with maybe newer players and just like mid-level players. Um, a player who plays for their team rather than playing for themselves is so valuable and so underappreciated in my opinion. Um, I feel like if you have someone that's selfless and they're playing for their teammates in every round, it's so much more impactful. And like maybe scoreboard wise, they might not like show direct impact, like they're not dropping 20 or 30 kills a game, but like the trade-off of how valuable they are, like the comms they have, the environment they bring, and just like overall positivity is like so important to a team. It can like stop a team from imploding. It can keep a team in a game when they're getting tilted or like down when you lose a hard round. Like sometimes you just need a laugh, or like sometimes you just need to get over it. Like it's a game, stuff happens. Like and those players are just so important and they're so valuable. I feel like someone on the team might be 5% sharper than this player, but if this player brings everyone on the team up 4%, they want to be there, they come to prac, they enjoy themselves, they laugh, and that's like, 4% for each player, 16% efficiency. Like, it's so much more valuable than just being a little bit sharper, I feel like if you can have an effect on your whole team and bring everyone up, if you're looking at like percentages, like you're going to have so much more impact for your team and you're going to be so much more valuable than like someone that just DMs 100 more kills than that person a day. I'm not saying like be slack and let the ball go, drop the ball, that's the one. You should really like have high standards for yourself and high goals, and you shouldn't like compromise that for anything. But you should always be looking for ways to become a better player and a better teammate and just like a better person in general. You should just always be like trying to, I don't know, help other people, make people happy, enjoy each other's companies. You're a human, you should like contact, and I think that it's just something that you should think about, you know? Yeah. This next part is looking at staying present and enjoying the process. I think a lot of people force like expectations and a future that they think they should have on themselves, and it's like it's detrimental towards like their own mental health, their own progression, like what they find valuable and enjoyable in life, like everyday tasks and everything. I feel like we're hyper exposed to everyone's success online, and you don't see all the bad stuff that in reality happens all the time with people's individual careers and whatever. You're just hyper exposed to like their wins, which is like nice, but it can be pretty detrimental when all you see is other people doing crazy things and awesome things and like doing things that you think is insane, and it becomes so normalized to you. So then when you're playing or when you're doing anything, you think, oh, yeah, it's not that impressive. I saw some crazy stuff online earlier, like this was insane. It just like sort of devalues your efforts and like your achievements. And I think that's like pretty sad, because you should take the wins, you should take the progression, you should be happy with like enjoying the process. The whole point of like, I don't know, things feel the best. Like, just say you make your first land, you win your first tournament, you win your first game in anything, or you do really well in a class at school, like you do a presentation you're really happy with. It's like the whole reason that's valuable and you feel happy and good about it is because like along the way it was like hard and you like took time to achieve those things and you worked on them. So I don't know, you have to really appreciate the steps that bring you to where you want to be. And yeah, don't force a future on yourself. Whatever happens will happen. Just do your best to make it. I think people don't appreciate themselves enough, and they don't value what they do. You shouldn't expect yourself to become the best player, the top 1%, you know? That's not why you do it. You don't do it for that. You don't play computer games to become like the ultimate player, better than everyone, like a gift to the game, you know? At least that's not why I do it. It's like I enjoy it, and the thing that makes winning so fun for me is that I'm winning with people around me that are like-minded, and I want to see them win, you know? So it's like I enjoy every little win. I enjoy every official that might seem minuscule to other people, you know? It might just be a league match. Um, just for example, like ESCA League versus ESI NZ playoffs. You know, if I'm just playing league matches, people think, oh, yeah, that match doesn't really matter that much, or, you know, player doesn't care about that match compared to playoffs. It's not the case. Like, those league matches build up to the playoffs. Those league matches, like, they're the building blocks towards, like, I don't know, any success story. You have to have the building blocks there. You know, if we make an international LAN, when I made my first international LAN, the reason it was so like awesome and just great was because I'd played maybe 300, 400, 500, 600 games before that, and each game I was like building up to that moment, and it was just like a release of like everything I'd worked for, and I never thought I deserved that, or never thought, oh, you know, I should be there. Why aren't I there? You know, I never like victimized myself. So when I finally did do it, it was just like surreal. So yeah, I think staying present and staying in the moment is so important, and it's just you enjoy things a lot more, and it will bring things into perspective and reality a bit more for you, and it will just help you be more efficient every day, have a better time, have a better attitude, be happier in general. When you're happier, you play better. It's just a reality. When you want to be somewhere, you will commit more time to it. Like, yeah, if you're in a safe environment and you feel good about the people around you, you will take on criticism, you will take on feedback, and you will become better because of it. It's just a reality. So it's like you need to stay present, stay in the moment, enjoy what you're doing, and other things that will happen and that should happen will happen, you know, they'll fall into place. You forcing a future on yourself and being upset when things aren't looking good, and you know, you're beating yourself up because you lost the match that you think you shouldn't have. It's like you got to get over yourself and just keep moving forward, you know, learn from those mistakes, and that's all you can do really. So yeah, hopefully that helps. The last point that I think, at least so far, will help you become a better player is having humility. You know, don't be someone that thinks of themselves as like a god, or they're insane and they're just better than everyone else all the time. It's healthy to have confidence, and it's healthy to have self-worth and to acknowledge your positives as well as like your flaws. But you shouldn't do it in a toxic way where you're like, this other person is so much worse than me at this. They're horrible, you know, where you're just focusing on the negatives. You're not really being like, okay, this person's good, but I'm like, I've progressed a lot more, and I reckon I can take them now in like, you know, anything you're doing. Um, I think that's a healthier way to look at it. You don't want to look at it as like a toxic trait, as like, this person's horrible, I'm so much better than them at everything. Because there will come a day where you lose to a team of those people, or that person on one-on-one in something. And if you've got that mindset where you're so much better and they're horrible, and you've built yourself up to become a god, you know, and then you lose, it's like, it's pretty jarring, and it can be detrimental. It can ruin motivation, it can ruin like your outlook in the game, it can just make you not want to play anymore. I think having humility is like just very important. People that are humble, that look at themselves as like, you know, equal to others, you learn more, you open yourself up to take on feedback, to progress more, you look at your shortcomings and you want to fix them. And yeah, I think it's just a healthier perspective. You don't want to build yourself up to have unrealistic expectations for yourself all the time. It's just not good for you, because you will fail sometimes, a lot, and you want to be able to get past those failures and become better because of it. Also, I think having humility will like lead to self-progression. You'll look at your own VODs back. You'll understand how you play. You'll look at your default area and how you play it. Maybe you keep doing the same routine over and over again every game, and if a good team versus you, they'll counter you really hard. So you want to change that up. You want to not be predictable. Even though you might be in an easy league and you're destroying everyone, you still need to adapt. You still need to become a better player each game. You still need to act like you're versing the best players possible. I think it's really sad, and it's the worst thing for a team when they think that they are just, God's gift to the game and everyone else is horrible, because I don't know. You shut yourself off from like possible connections with other teams, from helping each other, learning from each other, feedback, having like a community environment where like you're happy when that team does well. I don't know. I think there's a lot of negativity in like competitive environments, and you should be able to build each other up. You should be able to build off each other and become better as an overall community, rather than just as an individual team getting better by 2% each month or so. You want to like help all the other teams get better by 5% each month, and then in turn, the whole bar raises and every team gets better together. If you're versing better teams each day, you are going to become better. So you want teams that know how to condition other teams. You want teams to know how to default. You want teams to know how to execute properly, how to abuse like rotations, how to adapt to other teams' styles, because that in turn will lead to your adaptation skills getting better, your defaults getting better, your executes getting better. Like your individual plays will become better. You'll know what works and what shouldn't work. And then when you verse a really good team, just say you play an international event, you won't turn up as short. I feel like better practice, it's like, I don't know, steel sharpens steel, as people say, I think. It's just, you want to have humility, be able to give feedback, be able to receive feedback, be able to help other people, other teams. Yeah, that's about it. I hope it was helpful, and hope you enjoyed the piano. Thanks, guys. Have a good day or night.